You didn't hit the button yet, did you?
Yeah, we live right now. I'm just letting the people come in.
Yeah, let them build up in here.
Yeah. That is for my sisters trapped in religion. Wake up and free the babies. Sa.neter speak the truth, he's on a mission. The house of consciousness, the final call. Will you Bible thumpers wake up, all just fall? The house of consciousness, the final call. Stop believing in fairy tales, especially Paul. I use the Bible like a lantern in the night, trying to wake up my sister. The house is closing in, it's a total mess. You ignore my wisdom, the ultimate test. Step inside the HOK, it's the toughest terrain, where the truth hits hard, the cuts bring pain. I try to wake you with the word in my hand, to get you to the truth, to help you understand. I gave you the scriptures, chapters and verse. I gave you the keys to break the curse. I gave you Torah to unlock with keys. Break the mental chains and be free. The final call. Yeah, will your Bible thumpers wake up, all just fall? The house of consciousness, the final call. Stop believing in fairy tales, especially Paul. They call you apostle like you a prophet of God, telling lies and fooling people can't be that hard. You're preaching from your tube, looking for a handout. I'm standing on family, trying to bring the truth out. Welcome to the HOK, where the truth resides. No more hiding in the pews where the dies. We speak against the Bible just to wake the inner sight. Come inside the HOK doors, we bring the light. The house of consciousness, the final call. Will your Bible thumpers wake up, all just fall? Stop believing in fairy tales, especially Paul. Sa.neter, don't stop, wake the sisters up. Don't stop, wake the sister up. Don't stop. Sa.neter, don't stop, wake the sister up. Don't stop, wake the sisters up. Don't stop.
All right, yeah. Peace and Black Power family. Welcome to another sa.neter TV House of Consciousness production. You already know what it is, man. Every time Ankh come up here with his shenanigans, I gotta bring the chief. I gotta bring the chief to respond to this, man. This is how we gonna do this, bro. Ankh, man, you know, yo, man, I'm saying, I hope you watching. Chief X is here. He said, Chief X shocks the world. Black Egypt debunked. Wow. That's a hell of a title, Chief X. I hope you can live up to that, man. You know they watching. Them young boys out there, the smokers out there, man. So the bomb squad is out there. And then you got the pseudo killers out there, man. So everybody is coming for your neck. So when people get up here and say Chief X is irrelevant, Nah, I beg your pardon, bro. Everybody making videos of Chief X, going with the information, dealing with the information. So without any further ado, I hope you're not showing no videos today, brother.
I didn't. It's no cussing.
Okay, all right, good. That's good.
I think
All
I
right.
said. I think I said one cuss word.
There you go, man.
It was. I think it was DAM.
Oh, that ain't a cuss word.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I made sure I didn't really cuss. I think I might have slipped a couple times, but
Oh man.
I marked the time down and I'm gonna fast forward it so you won't hear it.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna pass you the mic, man. I mean, let's get it in.
First of all, let me say this. That song is banging, sa.neter.
Oh, you
That
like that song?
that intro song
Yeah,
is it.
thank you, brother.
I mean, I think that might be your best song.
Yeah, yeah. The people love it. The
You
people
gotta
love it.
play that. You gotta play that every time you
I've been
open.
trying to top it, but I for some reason I can't top that song. But when now I know why somehow people get one hit wonders. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you'll like, Shaw. You have to write this down right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's AI music. It's similar to that. It has a '90s style, but
Yes,
old school style.
yes. Yep.
Agent Orange.
Agent
Agent.
Orange.
Oh my God, man! I can't stop. I play this stuff every day.
Okay, I'm
There's a
writing it
nice
down.
playlist and all that. Agent Orange. You're gonna be hooked as soon as you listen to Agent Orange.
All right.
He got a song called "Bye Felicia." She bangs.
Bye, Felicia.
Yes, so it's cold. So, Sa, you need to get these people off that other channel and bring them over here.
Yeah, let me see. Let me
They
go over
live.
there. Let me go over there and get Apostle and tell his ass is done. He's done. He's done. I'm going up in there right now.
Yeah,
Hold on.
shut them down and tell them to come over here and listen to Chief X.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link right now in there.
Somebody said that's my jam. Is she talking about your song or the Bye Felicia?
I don't know.
Miss Charnel.
Hey, Apostle. Hey, Apostle. All right, Apostle. I'm live right now. I'm just saying, I'm live right now, Apostle. Hey, Sakina Ra, I see you. All right, I'm live right now. We live on HOK. All right, all right. I dropped the link inside the chat. So if y'all want to come over, Easy Bands, toughen up a little bit, my brother. You know we love you over here. Toughen up, Easy Bands. All right. All right. Okay, so yeah, they know the deal. Apostle closing it up right now.
Oh, his long talking self.
Anyway, man, let's get this thing started, brother. Like, what's going on, man? You shocks the world with Black Egypt Debunked.
Yes, sir. So this is again dedicated to several people.
Uh-oh. Call the
I'm
names out, brother. Call the names.
I'm dedicating this again to Ask Cack. I'm dedicating this to Brother Reggie, Brother Ankh, Smash Rockwell, Ash Rockwayze, what's our brother's name that wrote the book?
Tony
Uh,
Brother.
Tony Anthony Browder, and all the above, right? We're gonna learn something today.
One of the things I noticed is that Unc and Mass Rockwell, even Reggie, my brother Dr. Reggie, you shut all them dudes down. They don't want no smoke with you, man. I'll be trying to get them to have the discussion or debate with you. And Unc is running for his life, brother.
It's
Unc
hard.
is running for his life. My man Dr. Reggie running for his life. All of that. Why do you think that is, bro?
It's hard to beat DNA. It's real hard to beat DNA, bro. And it's just so much a lot of people have been proved wrong about, man. And a lot of people didn't realize. For years, I didn't know when I first came into the communities, so-called conscious community. Everybody didn't know that North Africa was never Black Africa. Everybody thought that North Africa was Black Africa, and
Right.
you know what I mean. So a lot of things have been revealed that's just kind of changing people's thought process, right? It's just changing the way we do research and things like that. You know what I mean? So hey,
Mm-hmm.
it's a new day. The gig is up.
Oh man.
Hey,
Oh,
Sa,
you
we
forgot to
got
mention Jabari. Even Jabari.
oh, this is dedicated to Jabari too. Sa,
That's right.
we're gonna have to give you got a West African name. We're gonna have to get you a West African name, Sa,
Uh-oh.
so you can represent. Kwame's a good name.
Nah, sa.neter, man. It's 1,000 Kwames. It's only one sa.neter. Only one. And that's because I made that name up myself. I came up with that. I put
Yeah.
that together. Do you know?
I'm looking kind of
Only one.
handsome on this camera. Does my camera look okay?
No, it's good. The camera's nice and clear. And it
Okay,
sounds good. You're good. You just sound, everything is good.
cool. So, um, when I get up, when I start this presentation, we get to the DNA towards the end, okay? But I have to build up to it, and we're talking about how different peoples and different nations around the world, what they called sub-Saharan Africa, and
Mhm.
what they did not call North Africa. Whether they were European, Arab, Greco-Roman world, even the uh, uh, um, even Egyptians, they all considered sub-Saharan Africa Black Africa. It's in their language, and no one, not one person, considered North Africa Black Africa. So I'm going to delineate this and show old maps, and we're going to just really get into it. So whatever I show today, I'm sourced up. You're going to have to argue with the source.
That's
Don't get
it.
up in here talking about, oh, Chief X is on Wikipedia and all this and this and that. One thing people need to know and stop crying about. Once you start complaining about Wikipedia, that means you're losing the argument.
Mm.
Once you start crying about Wikipedia, is totally fine to define a word or a term. Okay, Wikipedia is an online dictionary and an online encyclopedia, and it's great for defining terms and words. So stop making up stuff. But when we talk about this history and this DNA, I'm showing sources, unless I need to define a word. Okay,
There you
uh,
go.
and everything I'm showing is peer reviewed. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's get started. You got the
You ready?
floor.
All right, let's get this started. Let me share my screen. Entire screen. Yep. System audio. Yep. Bam.
Your
There we
screen is sharing.
All right. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the lecture. Be sure to stay tuned to the end. When we break this DNA, the latest DNA report that came out in 2025, we're going to touch on the one that came out in 2017, but we're really going to go in on the one that came out in 2025. So stick around to the end. It's going to get real juicy, right? All right, let's go. Where am I at? Okay, here we go. All right, so new research hit the scene. From who, Chief X? Company called Urec Research. Any way you can make that bigger, side and get us off, or no?
Mm.
Can you hear me, Sal?
Yeah. There you
Can you
go.
make? Okay. It's international. Population genetics, ancient Egypt. The population genetics of ancient Egypt, right? This is my main source today. Okay. So if you have any questions, you have to argue with these people, not Chief X. You have to argue with the experts. You have to go against the consensus, not Chief X. The world of academia is on Chief X side. Okay? Now, what was this project duration? From June 21st through February 2025, right? I'm looking for something else real quick. Let me blow it up so we can all see. Project from June 21st, 2021 to February 2025. That means last year, about 11 months ago, this information hit the scene. The project status, it's finished. But what you guys don't know, there'll probably be about 200 more mummies being sequenced. So I told people about this project, and I said, you better get ahead of the curve. It's coming, right? Institute of Mummy Studies. This ain't no jive turkey crap. This is some real stuff, okay? The Institute of Mummy Studies. This is what they do, right? You have to go against these people, Dr. Wurst, Dr. Maxiner, Dr. Masur, Dr. Valverde, right? You have to go against these people. Now, this is what it was. The genetic study of ancient Egyptian human remains dating from pre-dynastic period to the early Islamic period. That means every period of the ancient Egyptian history, from pre-dynastic times to the damn last dynasty. Dr. Masur led the charge. So no longer can people say, oh, it's just one little area of Egypt. Oh, that was just in the New Kingdom, the 2017 study. No, we got you now, right? And you have to deal with these people and these geneticists and these doctors right here, not Chief X. Alexandra was the project manager. Okay, so I just wanted to show where my information is coming from, and this is the source. If you can debunk the world of academia, you's a bad boy. Okay, now let's be clear about something. In Chief X's opinion, Sudan, to me, I would consider sub-Saharan Africa and or East Africa. People say North Africa. I'm fine. That's not, I don't even want to argue that. Don't come back with no fake argument with me. I wouldn't care if you call it North Africa, East Africa, or sub-Saharan Africa. I'm just telling you how I feel. And when you see sub-Saharan Africa images a lot of times, you'll always see Sudan, that's light green. And the rest of this is considered sub-Saharan Africa in the dark green. What you see in the brown here would be considered the Sahel region. This North Africa, the Sahel region, the Sahara, and sub-Saharan Africa in the dark. Okay? Let's be clear about that. But it's light, that I'll explain that in another presentation I'm going to do, because of political reasons. And it's part of the Islamic world in somewhat part of the MENA region. But that's another subject. Okay? Now, there is a sub-Saharan Africa. and it's south of the Sahara. This is geography. This is not nothing made up, because people tried to get rid of sub-Saharan Africa like it's a made-up racist term. They're mad they can't be North African, so they're ashamed to claim to be a sub-Saharan Africa. I'm a proud sub-Saharan Africa. Also, sub-Saharan Africa, 80% of it, is considered tropical Africa. I'm a tropical African. I'm not a Mediterranean African. I'm a tropical African. Okay? Now, let's continue on. This is the one I really want, the picture I really wanted to show. This is sub-Saharan Africa. So Sudan is always lit up a little lighter than the rest. Although big portions of it sits in sub-Saharan Africa. Okay? Now, this is what I wanted to share with y'all. Always, and this is an old drawn map back in what I think is the late 1300s. Okay? They have northern part of the continent that says whites, then they have blacks. Because people who traveled and cartographers know where the land of the blacks is. And these are the, I didn't draw this map. This is an explanation. Then let's down, you see where it says pygmies in the Congo. Because the world at this time, it says people of Africa, 1400. The world at this time in the year 1400, this is how they saw the continent of Africa. And this is how you guys see it today. It hasn't changed. Now, they say whites and blacks, but they're just juxtaposing. They doesn't literally mean white. Okay? Sub-Saharan Africa is the land of the blacks, and everybody called it that, including Akhenaten, the Greco-Roman world, all of Europe, all Arabs, and all North Africans said the exact same thing. Now, let's move away from this fact. When you scroll down, it says sub-Saharan Africa is the area and regions of the continent of Africa that lie south of the Sahara. They're talking about geography. This is just elementary information. Anybody arguing against it is bullshitting you, and you shouldn't listen to them. Okay? Let's continue down. Click on the map, Chief X. All right. Let me blow it up a little bit. Looky here. You have what it says up under North Africa and the Sahara. It says Sudan, Niger. Because Sudan means land of the blacks. I didn't make that up. You can't refute this. It says Sudan, Niger. And we know Sudan means land of the blacks. So all of sub-Saharan Africa was considered Sudan and or Ethiopia, land of the burnt face, is what the Greco-Roman world called it. So Arabs, the Greco-Roman world, European cartographers, everybody called it the land of the blacks. Sudan or Ethiopia. It is what it is. Nothing in this presentation will be able to be refuted today. You may not like what you hear, but it's just a simple reality. Okay? And it goes into breaking on down. Now, what's that word, Chef? Ethnographic map of Africa. All right. There's another map I want to show. Let's go down here. Real quick, and let's move on. I got to find it. Okay. Nubia. You're talking about Sudan. Nubia covered present-day North Sudan and southern Egypt and was referred to as what? Ethiopia. Which meant what? Land of the burnt face. You see it. Now, I didn't lost my damn place. Oh, here we go. Now, if you want to check the sources, it's right here, 45. Do it yourself. I can take you to the water, but I can't make you drink it. So Sudan means black. Ethiopia, land of the burnt face by the Greeks. Nubia in her greatest phase is considered sub-Saharan Africa's oldest civilization. Let's see that. Say that again, Chief X. Nubia in her greatness was considered sub-Saharan Africa's oldest civilization. They said sub-Saharan Africa's. They didn't say North Africa's oldest civilization because it isn't. Egypt is. Nubia was a major source of gold for the ancient world. Nubians built famous structures and numerous pyramids. Sudan, the site of ancient Nubia, has more pyramids than anywhere else in the world. Mind you, Sudan built pyramids about 2,000 years later, but folk have the audacity to say it's the mother. Crazy. Now, so we're all clear on that, huh? But real quick, I just don't want to miss nothing before I leave forward. Ethiopia, land of the burnt face. Let's break this down, Chief X. Now, European cartographers had this old map right here. Blow it up, Chief X. Oh, my God. There we go. That's a little better. What does it say in Sudan under the Sahara Desert right here? Can you guys see? It says Negro land. All across sub-Saharan Africa was considered Negro land. Negro means black. This is what people call us of sub-Saharan African descent. Negroes, Ethiopia, Sudan, all the above. And at the bottom, on the right, it says Ethiopia across there. Then it has the Ethiopic Ocean. So I don't know how much I got to keep spanking y'all on this stuff before it seeps in your brain, right? So look here. Just be clear, because I didn't show this, but I like to show everything I'm talking about. Yes, the name Sudan comes from Arabic phrase Balal Osin, which means land of the blacks, referring to various black African populations in the vast Sahel region south of the Sahara. Can you guys just get over this now? Now, not only that, not only did the Europeans, the Arabs, the Greeks, the Egyptians themselves called them black. They used the word ta-nehisi. Let me make this smaller. The name ta-nehisi is derived from an ancient Egyptian term that translates to what? Land of the blacks, or Nubia. Take a look at that again. Now, let's go here. Ethiopia. Ancient Ethiopia. Let me blow this up so we can see. I don't want anybody to be confused. Ethiopia means black folk too. Ethiopia. They say Ethiopian. Okay. Ethiopia first appears as a geographical term in classical documents in reference to what? The skin color of the inhabitants of the Upper Nile in Sudan, areas of south of the Sahara. Clearly, the Greco-Roman world, Arabs, Europeans, and the Egyptians all were concerned and very clear about skin color in them people south of Egypt, them people in sub-Saharan Africa. No Greek, no Arab, no European, no Egyptian ever called anything in North Africa black. They didn't consider anybody in North Africa, including Egypt, black or black-skinned people. I just proved all four of these people called sub-Saharan African people black. You can't wiggle away from this. Wait a minute. I hope I'm sharing my screen. Let me come back to y'all. Let me get my tablet on so I can kind of follow. Oh, wait a minute. It says the name ta-nehisi is derived from the ancient Egyptian term that translates to land of the black, or Nubia. It is often associated with the phrase land of the southerners, okay, or used to refer to the Nubian people in ancient Egypt. The name carries a significant cultural and historical connotation, often used as a direct reference to African heritage. Now, if I'm wrong about that, it's not intentional, but I'm just reading what it says. Okay? Now, all these entities considered sub-Saharan Africa to be the land of black folk. All them entities did not consider North Africa or Egypt or anywhere else on planet to be the land of the black people. I didn't make none of this up. It is what it is. Okay, so what's next? Hold on. To show you Oh, let me go here and do this. Hold on, y'all. I had bought this book some years ago. Wretched. Sorry, the screen not sharing. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, the screen sharing.
Okay, here we go now. Kush.
Hey, but hold on. I want everybody to respect my guests in the chat. If you keep putting up disrespectful comments, you get timed out once or maybe twice, but then we don't want to get you blocked. So we're trying to get rid of all the stupidity, the foolishness, and the nigger mess. So if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. If you don't agree with them, that's cool. And you can disagree with them, but do it respectfully. That's all I'm saying, man. Go ahead, Chief.
It's not a good name to be called. You know, these days we say ratchet. These ratchet hoes. But anyway, it comes from the word wretched, I believe. I could be wrong. So I bought this book, Wretched Kush, right? I be reading my shit. You know, when you put somebody read, they got words and stuff underlined and shit like that, right? So look here. Even Akhenaten, I can't even pronounce the name right. Akhenaten agrees with me. Akhenaten came to my house last night. In my dream, knocked on the damn door and said, wake up, Chief X, the God best. Wake up, Chief X, the God best. So I had to put my shirt on today and represent Chief X, the God best, right? So Akhenaten says in the hymn of Aten, it says, and I'm going to read this right here. He said, you made the earth as you wished. He's talking about these other people, these foreigners, these Nubians, these black folk. Okay. He said, you made the earth as you wished. No, and I'm sorry. I believe he's giving a prayer, but he's talking about a people in the prayer. You made the earth as you wished. You set every man in his place. Their tongues differ in speech. Their character likewise. They're different in their character and behavior. That's what he's saying, basically. He says their skins are distinct. He talking about they black folk. Talking about Ta-Nehisi. For you distinguished the people. They're distinguished. And you can see that in the Table of Nations people. They're distinguished and different. He said their tongues differ in speech. Meaning they did not speak the same language. This is a point 3 I'm going to make. Did Egyptians speak Afro-Asiatic language? Yes, ancient Egyptians spoke a language that belonged to the Afro-Asiatic language family. It formed its own distinct branch within its family with strong connections to Semitic, Berber, Cushitic, and Chadic language. It doesn't share any connections with the majority of people in sub-Saharan Africa. Okay? So their tongues differed. Watch this. Did Kushites speak Afro-Asiatic language? Evidence suggests that while the kingdom of Kush was located in a region with diverse linguistic influence, including potential Afro-Asiatic Cushitic speakers, its primary language during its most documented period was Meroitic. Was likely Nilo-Saharan, not Afro-Asiatic.
Do Chief X know that most of the stones that built the pyramids came from the south, and all of the gold, the animals? There are no lions in Lower Egypt or baboons, etc. Everything came from the south. That's what somebody put up there, Chief X.
Okay, cool.
You can respond to it if you want.
I'll wait.
Okay. All right. Let's get back to what you got. Go ahead, play it.
Was correct. Their speech differed. Watch this. Did Berbers, the other North Africans, not just the Egyptians, did Berbers speak an Afro-Asiatic language? Yes, Berbers speak languages belonging to the Afro-Asiatic language phylum. So everybody in North Africa, everybody in the MENA region, West Asia, Mesopotamia, all these people spoke an Afro-Asiatic language, except them Cushites. They had different skin and a different speech. They were a different people. Huh? Talk black to me, Dr. Khalid Muhammad used to say. All right. Where did I want to go now? We're going to get to the DNA real shortly. Earlier I said I'm a tropical African because majority, I think I said 80% is tropical, and this says 70%. Sub-Saharan Africa is largely, but not exclusively, considered tropical Africa. So I know West and Central Africa is tropical Africa. I am a tropical African. Don't disrespect me and tell me I'm a Mediterranean African, because I'm not that. Most of the people listening to me are tropical Africans. Most of Sub-Saharan Africa, again, when you define a term, or it's not, you don't need a source. You can just simply define a word or a term with Wikipedia, which is an online dictionary and encyclopedia. We're about to get to the sources on this DNA. Africa is tropical, featuring rainforests in central. Sometimes you got to give y'all some logic and common sense. West Africa and savannas. I'm a forest. I come from forest people. I don't come from nowhere near Mediterranean Africa. I'm a proud forest African, tropical African. Now, Southern Africa, I think, is excluded. Oh, yeah. Excluded areas that are not tropical, they say, are Southern Africa, including South Africa, contains temperate climates that do not fit strict definition of tropical, okay? In North Africa, is tropical Africans. There's a difference between the people in the land of the blacks, Sudan, Ethiopia, Negro land, and Ta-Nehisi. There's a difference. Okay? Now, let's get to this real quick. You have to stop playing with this. It says, here's my source, history.com. Ancient Egypt was what? The preeminent civilization in the Mediterranean world for 30 damn centuries. That's a long time. But you got niggas like Brother Ankh who don't want to believe this fact. Why? Because when you say the Mediterranean world, you know you're not talking about sub-Saharan Africans. You know for a fact you're not talking about no black folk. So I hit these cats with the word Mediterranean Africa, and they were shook, and they've been shook ever since about that term. You're going to tell the world of academia that Egypt isn't the preeminent force civilization in the Mediterranean world? Hey, check this out. Let's just do this. Let's further double down. Paste. Let's look up the meaning. Preeminent. Surpassing all others. Very distinguished in some way. The world's preeminent expert. Okay? So they were the preeminent force, meaning they were people of the Mediterranean world. Okay? Why is this so hard to digest and understand? I done lost my damn place. Oh no, Mediterranean world for almost 30 centuries. Shut your pie hole. From its unification, meaning from Dynasty 1 until the Greeks came in, is what it's saying. You're going to have to fight against the consensus, not Chief X. Chief X didn't make up no term saying these are Mediterranean people and they part of the Mediterranean world. That's just what they is. Let's move forward because we don't need to belabor this topic. And matter of fact, I got this source. Hold on, it's verifying me. I got this source from Concrete Corey and Sheffrey. A while back, they whooped the Ankh's ass with this source. Egypt in the Mediterranean world of the UNESCO's digital library. I laughed my ass off when Sheffrey and Concrete Corey whooped Ankh's ass with this Mediterranean, with this UNESCO document. On your own time, you can go read it. Now, UNESCO's legit. UNESCO, United Nations Educational and Scientific and Cultural Organization. It works with 194 member states to protect heritage. You have to protect the information that is Mediterranean, and you have to protect it from brothers like Smash Rockwell and Brother Ankh, because they will botch it up and mislead you. So UNESCO's protecting this information. Why? To advance quality education and set the ethical standards for technology. Ankh and them had poor ethics. Lying on geography, lying on people, lying on Dr. Ben when Dr. Ben regularly calls people black. I showed that yesterday. Let's move forward. We're going to wrap it up shortly. Oh, this is what I didn't show. Right? When they say Ethiopia burnt face, it's certain burnt face in an adjectival form of rebounds. Wait a minute, let me make it smaller. Hold on. You know what? I might have shown this already. Yeah, I think I did show this. Sudan, Ethiopians, most commonly Nubia. Likewise, the Hebrew term Kushia is not what I want to see, but yeah. I didn't see this. North African Berbers, right? Were also called white Ethiopians by Greeks. They called the Berbers in North Africa white Ethiopians. Why? Because North Africa was considered juxtaposing white. Oh, word you guys hate, Caucasoid. An outdated term, Caucasoid. They're telling you the Greeks called the people in North Africa white, and they called the people in sub-Saharan Africa black. The case is closed, y'all. The case is closed. Now, oh, I know what I was doing. I was reading the hymn of Aten. It's attributed to Pharaoh Akhenaten. Okay? That's not it. Here it go right here, I believe. Let me make this smaller. Hold on. Okay, here it goes. The great hymn to Aten. And I was showing you that they said their skin differs, their language differs, and all this old shit, right? And they have a translation of it here. They said the countries, he's basically saying the same thing that I read to you in the book Wretched Cush. The countries Syria and Nubia, the land of Egypt, thou settest every man in his place. Thou suppliest their necessities. All right. Everyone has his food and his time. Okay. Their tongues are separate in speech, and their nature as well, their character. Their skins are distinguished as thou distinguished foreign people. They were foreigners and they had black skin. It was different. So in ancient times, they did recognize skin color. Stop lying on the ancient Egyptians. They were very clear that people south of the Sahara were dark-skinned, more dark than them. Akhenaten said so. You gonna quit playing with Chief X? Wretched Cush, the book I showed you. But y'all think Wretched Cush is a derogatory term used by who? Ancient Egyptians to describe people in a region of Kush, modern day Sudan, and southern Egypt. See, when you guys keep saying Kush, I told you guys a long time ago, stop saying fucking Nubians. I'm sorry. Although it's the same thing, I said Kushites, or Kush is more specific because Kushites conquered Egypt in the 25th dynasty. Kushites were the people you guys bragged about for decades, okay? It's a derogatory term used by ancient Egypt to describe people in a region of Kush, modern day Sudan.
Read that comment real quick, Chief X, on the screen. It's coming from your boy.
Does he start by trying to get us to rely on Wikipedia, and they have the nerve to use the term peer review? I'm defining words.
Bari coming for you, brother. He's coming for you as soon as he get out.
Yeah, I'm defining words. That's fine. Don't try to throw a fake narrative out there. We're about to get down to it in a second. I have shown some sources on everything I talked about. So when I said they were paying tribute to a superior nation, they thought the Kushites and them barbaric people were inferior. I'm not making this up. Don't say, oh, Chief X is racist. No! This is what the Egyptians are saying. and inferior to other in contrast with their own civilization. It reflects a political and cultural identity construction rather than a literal description of the Nubian people. It's used primarily during Egypt's New Kingdom to describe Nubia as a colony or conquered land. Katz was acting on this panel the other day like Nubia was never conquered. Or nobody ran through Nubia. Use a lie. Most all the pharaohs, even King Narmer, ran down on Nubians. The first dynasty ran. You don't believe me? Hold on. To indicate that that Narmer, the first pharaoh to unify Egypt, led military expeditions to expand his territory into where? Nubia. Located where? To the south. Shut your pie hole. They've always been running down. Amenhotep, all of them ran down on Egypt. When you send the military expedition, it's kind of like you raging war and you conquering and you punking the people. You sent the military on their ass. From Dynasty 1 on. Now, I've showed this source before, but I was just quickly looking up something. That Narmer ran down on them. That wasn't his people. They were a different people. That's all my point is. Y'all didn't know Narmer ran. People were calling Narmer. They said Narmer came from the goddamn south. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cuss. This is going to go on somebody else's platform. People were saying Narmer came from Sudan. Y'all remember this? I can pull up 20 videos right now where they're saying Nubia is the mother of Egypt and Narmer came from the south. The first Egyptian. No, he didn't. Narmer was an Egyptian. He was not from Sudan. He was not a Nubian. He was an Egyptian who ran down on Nubia. Them wasn't his people. They was a different people. Okay. On them. Egyptians running down on them. Why y'all mad about this? You not Nubian. You not a Cushite. You're not even related to them. Fuck them. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Screw them. What do you care? Them ain't your ancestors. This pale dude on a chariot, and this chariot is full of gold that he took from these Nubians he's running down on. Give me that gold and give me all that stuff and shut your mouth and sit down and behave. This is what they're saying. I'm just giving you to it in hood layman terms. Right? They were foreigners. I don't need to get into all this. This is a whole nother lecture right here. Let me move forward. Because Chief X said the tribute scene that I showed y'all, that the Nubians was paying honor to King Tut in that tribute scene, bringing him slaves and all kind of stuff. And there's King Tut's shoes. Uh-oh. Y'all seen these sandals before? You know when I was talking about King Tut and these people in bondage on the bottom of his shoe, that's disrespectful. This is Egyptian museum right here. And he's stepping on their ass. That's what he thought of them. But y'all want to act like, oh, they just so friends. The Cushites and the Egyptians are friends. And they had times of peace. We get that. No one's saying they didn't have times of peace. No one's saying they didn't get along at times and they did always done business. No one's saying any of that. But I'm just saying in general, Cushites, aka Nubians, or them Southerners were foreigners and enemies to the ancient Egyptians. This is just basic history. What color is the man on the right of each shoe? What color did they draw him? Black. That's 100% black. You will not find one Egyptian ever in any depictions by the Greco-Roman world, North Africa and Egypt. You will never see a depiction of an Egyptian pitch black like that unless they're representing death in an image. So when Ankh wants to argue with the great Chief X, and I say that them people in that tribute scene are black folk, Negroids, this is what I'm talking about. Okay? This isn't no rocket science. These are the sandals of King Tut, because that's what he thought about them. They were different. King Tutankhamun, we say King Tut for short, King Tutankhamun would symbolically trample on his what? Enemies. Did Chief X say there was his enemies? No, I said they were bringing him tribute because he was a superior power in Egypt and they were an inferior people in power to them. Now, you can take it personal and act like your ancestors are the Cushites or Nubians. They're not. You're no more related to Cushites than you are mother. Okay? When he wore his sandals, the unique sandals also adorned at the top and bottom by the 9 bowls, symbol of the traditional enemies of Egypt. See, Brother Reggie and all these cats was never going into these people being the enemies of Egypt, because until I made Black Egypt, the conscious community, Ashwakwezi, Sarasut Seti, I know them both. Ashwakwezi's from Los Angeles. He moved to Dallas. I grew up in this movement at the feet of Ashwakwezi. No, really though. I used to help Ashwakwezi set up for his lecture and be there before anybody was in the house. Man, I should show a picture of me helping him Ashwakwezi set up.
All right, Chief X.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's how I came up with my name.
Was Ashwa?
Yep, Watson Ashwakwezi.
Yeah, that was a man. I
was a long time ago. I'm watching him, so I'm like, I think it was Christianity stolen out of Africa, stolen religion, something like that.
Yep.
So I'm watching him, right? And a half an hour in, he's talking about the Sa and what the Sa is, represented by the sun. He going in, showing all that. And it ain't hit me yet. Then another half hour in, he started talking about the neters and the neter system and the gods and this. And it still ain't hit me yet. And I'm like, damn. He went in on the Sa and then he went in on the neter. And I said, there it is. Sa.neter. Put them both together. Son God. Son of God. You know, and that's how I got that name, brother. Because of Ashwakwezi, watching him.
Right. And his teammate at that time back in the day was Mathu Attar. A lot of people on the East Coast don't know Mathu Attar, but Mathu Attar is probably one of the baddest Black Egyptologists there is out here.
Yeah, see, a lot of people got Tahuti. They all got that name. I said, nah, I got to make my name up. They got the Tahuti. They got all that stuff. You know? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Finish off.
Okay. See, and Sarasut said he taught that the Cushites and Egyptians were basically the same people. They've taught this forever. until I made Black Egypt Debunked. You guys need proof of that, or you just want to take my word? The community was always teaching that the Cushites and the Egyptians are basically the same stock people. They've always taught this. They've always lied is what they did. Okay. Look, Sinra said. Wait a minute. With Egyptian supremacy over what? The southern lands. Egyptian Museum. He said, I have given orders to my boundary beyond which none shall pass among the Nubians. You bet not cross this boundary that we set. Don't come nowhere near my lands. And what? One is to kill him who transgresses it. They portrayed Nubians as foreign intruders. It's written here. I can't decipher that shit, but people have. As foreign intruders who must be kept at bay. I've been keeping Ankh at bay with this jab for the last 6 years. Popping his jab in his face. Pop, pop, pop. Let me show you how I've been popping his jab in his face. Because I made so many videos proving over and over and over and over and over that ancient Egypt is Mediterranean. Even this one, y'all seen this one. Here's a North African telling you what. So I'm at this, he's selling Mediterranean food. He's from Tunisia. And on his sausage he's selling, it says Mediterranean traditional foods. And he's from Tunisia.
I am from Tunisia.
Do you consider yourself Mediterranean?
I am Mediterranean.
And he's from Tunisia.
I am from Tunisia.
Do you consider yourself Mediterranean?
I am Mediterranean.
And he's from Tunisia.
I am from Tunisia.
Do you consider yourself Mediterranean?
I am Mediterranean.
Damn!
Countries on the Mediterranean. Beautiful Tunisia is the pearl of the Mediterranean. Mediterranean. Beautiful Tunisia is the pearl of the Mediterranean.
He said Tunisia is the pearl of the Mediterranean. They respect the Mediterranean. You know, this is just basically some primary evidence of North Africans telling you who they are. They represent being Mediterranean people. Not them people. Mediterranean. You not them people. You are not them people. You were nowhere near the Mediterranean. Black folk wasn't, excuse me. Okay, so we're going to get to the DNA in a second. All Egyptians and North Africans are Mediterranean peoples and cultures. All of them will tell you that they're Mediterranean. I've spoken to them. I got Moroccan friends I sell weed to and cannabis items. All my Moroccan buddies say, yes, I'm Mediterranean. Who was a nigga from Baltimore and Georgia gonna tell them who they are? Egyptians say they Mediterranean. I made video after video. Mediterranean. These are all my videos. Mediterranean, Egyptian, North African versus Negroids. Chief X ragdolls Brother Ankh regarding Mediterranean countries. Why? Because 3-4 years ago, Ankh was fighting Shefreen, Corey, and me tooth and nail, claiming that they weren't Mediterranean people. So I had to over and over and over spank Ankh so many times on this topic. You guys got short memories. I've been teaching Ankh for the last 6 years. I'm his master teacher. Mediterranean people, North African guessing test. I did this video. This is a video I told everybody to guess who these two women are. I said, guess what North African country they from. Everybody guessed every North African country. I said, wrong. I said, these are Italian Muslim women. Oh, shit. They were shook. I said, because people in the same region have similar looks. Just like in my region of Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, we all have similar looks in that region. I said Egypt is a Mediterranean. The Sphinx is along close by the Mediterranean Sea. Chief X right here. Well, I whooped Ankh's butt with this. That's why I have Joe. Come on. That's why I have Joe Frazier right here. I said Chief X hit Ankh with the left hook. Mediterranean people. And I've been hit Ankh with this Joe Frazier left hook for a long time. Matter of fact, I got to do this. Hold on. Our modern Egyptian. Okay, here we go. Ancient Egypt. Here we go. DNA time. DNA. Our modern Egyptians related to the ancient Egyptians. The date on this article, November 5th, 2025. What's the significance of that, Chief X? It is because when I was showing you guys earlier about this UREC research and this population genetic study they did, right? This project finished February 2025. So now you have this information up out here like this. Asking the question, ancient Egypt DNA, are modern Egyptians related to the ancient Egyptians? Meaning, are those Egyptians there right now in 2026, 95% of them people, are they related to the ancient Egyptians? Okay, that's the question. So this article goes deep into it and it breaks this all plain. Now, I'm not the DNA guy, okay? I can't break down DNA like that, but there's other people who can. I hope biblical DNA is able to come on after I finish this. I text Ngozi. I hope Ngozi can come on when I finish the pyramid builders, right? Hold on. Now, this was from the 2017 study. It says ancient DNA from 90 mummies shows 80 to 90% genetic continuity between ancient and modern Egyptians, right? Sub-Saharan ancestry rose only 8 to 15% after 700 CE, or when the Arab slave trade began, when they started grabbing black folk from Sub-Saharan Africa and bringing them up north, okay? Proving the Arab conquest was cultural, not replacement. All you guys thinking that the ancient Egyptians got replaced, DNA evidence says otherwise. Egyptians never left. They were never replaced, right? Let's continue. Key facts from this 2017 mummy study. DNA, Near Eastern and North African base. That's not black folk. That's not Sub-Saharan folk. They got one for you, modern Egyptians, not the ancient Egyptians, plus 8 to 15% Sub-Saharan post-Roman times, not in ancient times, not in pyramid building times, not when they built the Sphinx, okay? And guess what? There was never, ever any population replacement. All these niggas for 4 decades have lied to you. Said because of all these invasions, they changed the people, and or the people migrated to West Africa, or the people just migrated south and tucked tail, or none of that shit happened. There was never a population replacement, okay? The big picture, are modern Egyptians related to the ancient Egyptians? The question of whether modern Egyptians are direct descendants of the people who built the pyramids has become a flashpoint for debates on race, culture, and identity. Scientific ancient Egypt DNA and historical evidence, however, points overwhelmingly towards a strong genetic and cultural continuity in the Nile Valley over millennia, refuting claims of total population replacement. Shut your pie hole, Brother Reggie. Why does it matter? Let's just read that again. Overwhelmingly towards a strong genetic and cultural continuity in the Nile Valley over millennia, refuting claims of a total population replacement. You have zero continuity in Egypt. The Egyptians there today do. The Egyptians wasn't black. Black Egypt is debunked, people. I'm just having fun with it now. Why it matters, this is not just an academic debate. It touches on cultural ownership, the legacy of colonialism, and the very definition of African identity. Understanding the evidence is crucial to moving beyond simplistic, often ideological-driven narratives. You're going to go deeper. Let me get to the nitty-gritty. Ancient Egyptian DNA, what does it reveal about ancestry? The most direct way to answer the ancestry question is through genetics. It don't matter what nobody is talking about. When DNA hit the scene, shut your mouth, case closed, let him out of prison. Okay? Through genetics, recent studies of ancient DNA have provided a robust, chronologically consistent picture of the Egyptian people's origin, showing remarkably stability over thousands of years, followed by gradual admixture. What they say? See, when they say they said remarkable stability over thousands of years, continuity, and it followed later by gradual admixture. Now, this DNA and genetics report, this is the end of the. After this, we'll be done. Stay tuned. All right. Ancient Egyptian DNA earliest roots. Genetic evidence shows that the foundational population of the Nile Valley was established long before the first dynasty during the Green Sahara period, right? Populations migrated towards the Nile from all directions as the Sahara dried up, creating unique indigenous mix of North African peoples and what? Migrants from the Near East. Who else? Migrants from the Near East. Again, not Negroids. Okay? Let's continue on. Old Kingdom genomes. A breakthrough 2025 study successfully sequenced the whole genome of an individual who lived during the Old Kingdom. This individual's gene pool was comprised of 80% local North African and Nile Valley ancestry, and 20% from populations linked to the Eastern Fertile Crescent, Mesopotamia, right? Check this out, people. And we're going to get back to hitting these people with the left hook. After I hit Ankh with the left hook, I offered all these people, prove Chief X wrong, you win $100 about Egypt, Mediterranean. Nobody got that $100 yet. And this was damn near 4 years ago. Okay? Now, that's not what I want to show. These are other videos I said, right? And I had another video right here titled Afrocentric's Worst Fear. Mediterraneanism. Oh my God, that became their worst fear. When I threw that Mediterranean from the north, I said, not from the south. Pre-dynasticism, Mediterranean. Right, now here it is right here. Chief X destroys pseudo-killers Ankh and Sosa on, this was about Mediterranean and Mesopotamian influence on ancient Egypt. They said that there wasn't no Mediterranean and Mesopotamian influence on ancient Egypt, and I destroyed them right here. The entire pseudo killer squad got ragdolled. Chief X exposes Ankh's lies, Mediterranean, Mesopotamia. I got Brother Smash Rockwell on the picture and Brother Sabra Students because they've been talking that shit. Now I had a debate challenge to Smash Rockwell. Did he ever accept that debate? No, he didn't. Because I beat the brakes off of him and Ankh about it. Him and Ankh was riding in the same car, denying that Egypt is a Mediterranean country. Okay? Now, let me get back to this. So, I said in my video 4 years ago, Mesopotamia and Mediterranean influence on North Africa and ancient Egyptians. Oh, Chief X, you're crazy. Well, right here we have it says Mesopotamia now. What y'all said didn't age too well. Everything I said since day one is aging very well. I told y'all that these reports is coming out in 2025. I was saying this 2 years before this DNA study came out. Y'all know I said this. Hold on. Because we got to show. This was 2 years ago, people. I said new Egyptian DNA from 4000 BC until today is here. Afrocentrics are scared. And I went into talking about the Uruk Institute. You see, I highlighted it. Oh, come on. I was telling people 2 years ago, you better get ahead of the curve. Because Uruk research is doing some stuff, but it's going to come out in 2025. I'm telling you now, everybody's going to look stupid. And you better get ahead of the curve. They didn't get ahead of the curve. So now today, they're looking stupid. And guess what? A few hundred more sequence mummies will be coming out by the end of this year or beginning of next year. And I'm telling you now, it's about to get ugly. People better start right now. They better start saying, you know what, Chief X is just simply right. Before this other shit come out, we were wrong. Chief X has always been right. He tried to tell us. Okay, let's get back to this DNA. Okay, so this provided the first direct genetic evidence that this foundational blend, this foundational blend was already established at the very beginning of the pyramid building era. The sequence revealed that 80% of his ancestry was derived from local North African Nile Valley adjacent populations, while 20% traced to populations linked to the Eastern Fertile Crescent, Mesopotamia / West Asia. People laughed at me when I said Elam and Iraq and Iran, which is the next door neighbor of Iraq. It's close to the region. Halfway wrong also. Telling you Egypt was formed locally. Didn't nobody come in to form it. It was formed locally. But them people's distant ancestors came from places in the Fertile Crescent, West Asia. Their ancestors did. It's just like if I take a DNA test, it's going to show that my distant ancestors are in West and Central Africa. 1,000 years ago, my distant ancestors was in West and Central Africa. 2,000 years ago, my distant ancestors was in West and Central Africa. 2,000 years ago, King Tut, Queen T, a lot of these people's distant ancestors was in West Asia. It's the same thing. Mesopotamia is part of the MENA region. Let's do this real quick before I get back to this DNA. Yes, Mesopotamia is considered part of the MENA region. What is MENA, Chief X? Middle East and North Africa region. A region y'all ain't from. A region black folk ain't from. A region Negroids ain't from. All of North Africa and all these people have been coming in and out of North Africa and Egypt and migrating from West Asia, the Middle East, in and out, back migrating out and back migrating, all this old shit for thousands and thousands of years. They've always been there. Berbers been in North Africa for 30,000 years. All these Africans, every North African country, everybody in North Africa are Africans. How many times I got to say that? But you can be three things. You can be a part of the MENA region. You can be African. You can be Mediterranean. You can be three things at once. It's okay. This is not rocket science, people. All right. Ancient DNA continuity in the New Kingdom. We already teased out this 2017 study by Schumann. And this new study in 2025 basically backs it. And it don't show you guys in either study. And these other 200 that are coming up at the end of the year or maybe next year, it don't show you either. Black Egypt has been thoroughly debunked. Analysis from 90 mummies spanning a later period from researchers found a complete genetic continuity with a profile most closely related to an ancient Egyptian population from the Near East to Anatolia. Anatolia is, I guess, is modern day Turkey, just for y'all's reference. Reinforcing the Old Kingdom baseline, right? Reinforcing the Old Kingdom baseline. So 2017 and 2025 study is similar. None of it is in sub-Saharan Africans, black folks' favor. Sit down and be a proud West Central African. The study analyzed DNA from 90 mummies spanning the time period and found complete genetic continuity across this time frame with a profile most closely related to ancient populations from the Near East, Levant, and Anatolia. Sit down and shut your pie hole and let Chief X give you this game. Okay. I'm not going to play this video. Ancient Egyptian DNA, the modern connection. Ancient Egyptian DNA, the modern connection. This is why I love this little article here. It makes shit so simple. This deep-rooted ancient Egyptian DNA genetic foundation is still dominant today. The 2017 study found that the ancient profile forms the bedrock of modern Egyptians. Say that again. The 2000 study found that the ancient profile forms the bedrock of modern Egyptians. But with an increase of approximately 8 to 15, like we discussed in sub-Saharan ancestry introduced within the last 2,000 years. Furthermore, 2020 study by Gatt et al. On modern Egyptians confirmed the prevalence of both the ancient foundational Y DNA haplogroup, E1b1b of Northeast African origin, and later additions illustrating a clear pattern of continuity with admixture. The reinforcement of continuity. The new genomic data from the Old Kingdom provides powerful reinforcement against population replacement myth. There was no population replacement ever. It's a fucking myth. It's some bullshit Afrocentrics came up with. No, not just Afrocentrics, but but it's something Afrocentrics have always taught. Okay, the individual's gene pool, 80% local, 20% West Asian, aligns with the idea that modern Egyptians carry a deep ancestral component traceable to the early pharaonic population. You guys don't. They can trace their shit to the early pharaonic population. You can't. No black folk can. Zero. Rather than being the result of a later invading groups, right? It has nothing to do with anybody that invaded. Egyptians stuck to themselves in general. They weren't fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry. Oh my God, I'm sorry, sir. While we now have data from the Middle Egypt in the Old and New Kingdoms, a complete genomic sequence from a southern Egyptian Theban mummy has not yet been published. This would provide an even more complete picture of genetic diversity. See, they're telling you right here. I missed that earlier. It says, while we now have data from Middle Egypt in the Old and New Kingdoms, a complete genomic sequence from a southern Egyptian Theban mummy, what? Has not been published yet. I'm telling you, it's coming. And what's going to happen when it comes, Chief X? This will provide an even more complete picture of genetic diversity along the entire length of the ancient Nile. It's coming. Deep ancient Egyptian DNA roots before and during the Pharaonic age. Listen to what that said, family. Whoever wrote this article knew that Afrocentrics may read it, or someone may read it too, an Afrocentric. They made it plain. Before and during the Pharaonic age, genetic evidence shows that the foundational population of the Nile was established long before the first dynasty, and what? And it remained stable. Brother Jabari, I know you're listening. What you got to say? The Green Sahara, you can't debunk this one, Ankh. You're going to act like you didn't see it. The Green Sahara, between approximately 11,000 and 5,000 years ago, the Sahara was a savanna. As it dried up, populations migrated to the Nile from all directions, creating a unique genetic blend. As an indigenous mix, this foundational population was a mix of indigenous Northeast African peoples and migrants from the Near East. The Old Kingdom genome, further depending on this. We're almost done, y'all. Bear with me. This picture, a full genome sequence. I've read this over before already. The ancient foundation today. What race were they? Ancient Egyptian. The topic contention. By the way, this DNA report and result was put together by internationally. There's no such thing as white man science. You had all kind of people working on this from around the world. There's other people with brains. Okay, white people are not the only smart people. When you read, so save it with that the white man science bull crap. That's just an excuse because it has become a proxy for modern arguments about race, applying blah 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 blah. The Eurocentric climatic hypothesis. Okay, from Sheikh, can read that. The Afrocentric Black Egypt theory from Sheikh Anta Diop, right? Sheikh Anta Diop, I was going through his stuff and he used the term black. He spoke French, but their translations, he always called them Black Egypt. I'm debunking Black Egypt. I'm debunking, says Black Egypt debunked. Sheikh Anta Diop tried to push a Black Egypt, and he called it Black Egypt. Reacting to Eurocentric denial, scholars like Sheikh Anta Diop pioneered the thesis that ancient Egyptians were black. If Sheikh Anta Diop can say black, I can say black. You guys knew what Sheikh Anta Diop meant when he said black, but today you playing dumb. You playing stupid today. Just to spite Ankh and muddy the waters, you playing stupid. To spite me, I mean, and muddy the waters. This school of thought aimed to reclaim African history from colonial narratives. However, while its motivation was to correct a historical bias, its approach often relies on criteria that are scientifically problematic. The world of academia is saying the shit that Sheikh Anta Diop and Afrocentrics have been talking about is scientifically problematic. Not Chief X. Scientific community is saying it's problematic. Evaluating pieces of evidence to move beyond the broad theories, ancient Greek descriptions. A quote from the Greek historian Herodotus describing Egyptians with a black skin, melon chorus, and woolly hair is often cited. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. They're still talking about Afrocentrics in what they say. Classicists contextualize this by noting that the Greek term was relative. Herodotus was comparing the sun-dark skin of Egyptians to his own people, not the Ethiops. This is an explanation that people got it twisted. Herodotus was comparing the sun-dark skin of Egyptians to his own people, not the Ethiops. We had earlier, we taught who the Ethiops were, people of sub-Saharan Africa, the burnt-faced people, because Egyptians weren't considered burnt face. They were just a little sun-darkened and had a little melanin. Not the Ethiops, from where? From further south in Africa, for whom he used different terms. It described a dark complexion common to North Africans, not a specific modern racial category. The royal mummy. I don't want to continue to read too much. Egyptian art, table of nations, skin color and art. Egyptians, Kemet, reddish brown, Nubians, black. Okay, Asiatics, yellow, Libyans, pale, right? This is a black man. The second from the right is a black man. Everybody else here is not black, okay? Egyptians were African. No one's in dispute of that. Their civilization was born in Africa, from African people. This is a geographical, cultural fact. Nobody's in denial of that. They're just saying that their distant ancestors in their DNA come from other lands. That's all they're saying. They were a distinct people. Their genetic profile was distinct from that population in West Central Southern Africa. They were a distinct people. Their genetic profile was distinct from that population, distinct from that of populations in West Central or Southern Africa. They were a Northeast African people with deep local roots and significant ancient links to the Near East. Okay? Kemet versus Kush. What was the difference between ancient Egypt and Nubia? While Kemet and Kush developed into distinct civilizations, their relationship began from a deep shared cultural roots in the pre-dynastic period, emerging from a common Nile Valley and Eastern Saharan cultural sphere before formal states emerged. Over millennia, this evolved into a complex dynamic trade. About the 25th dynasty. Oh, we're going to end on this one. Did the Arab, because this is the bullshit, I had to argue with 15 dudes on sa.neter TV about 3-4 days ago. I had to argue with these people because they think the ancient Egyptians was replaced, right? But just for clarification, let me show you this. You know what? I'll get to that later. Did the Arab conquest replace the ancient Egyptians? The myth of population replacement. Brother Reggie, I'm gonna need you to apologize to the community, because brother Reggie is the main one who spread this myth of ancient Egyptians being replaced. It's a damn lie. The bomb squad makes this claim, and Brother Ankh was on sa.neter TV, literally giving props and clapping his hand to the bomb squad as they made this false fucking claim. Ooh, I'm sorry, sir. Shame on you. It's the last one. We're about to end it. You did all that to spite me because you want people to think they was replaced. Although you may not say it, you want people to think it so they can still think the Egyptians is somewhat black. Okay? Now, A central theme among those who deny a link between ancient and modern Egyptians is that subsequent invasions replaced the original population. This is not supported by demographic, genetic, or linguistic evidence. I don't know where you guys got that from. This is why I always say this. Ancient Egyptians have never recorded or said they migrated and left or went anywhere. They never said that they was replaced. I said, why are you guys continuously lying on the ancient Egyptians? Ashwarquazi, all these elders, Reza Reggie, everybody lied on the ancient Egyptians for no reason. Genetic studies show ancient Egyptian DNA continues. This is what I want to show you guys. Genetic studies show that modern Egyptian ancestry is a mix with Arab Middle Eastern components, estimated around 27%, while over, well, that's not what I want to show you. This is what I want to show you.
You ready to open it up, man? Let's go.
One DNA analysis. This is the last proves that Egyptians are not Arabs. I think it's 3 more minutes, huh? What are they, Chief X? They're Egyptians. That's what the hell they are. Some people say North Africans. Some people just strictly say Egyptians. But mainly, when I say North Africa, I'm talking about from Morocco to Egypt. But sometimes I mainly mean the Maghreb or people from Libya to Morocco. I consider them Berbers. I consider Egyptians Egyptians. Egyptians are not really Arab or Berber. They're Egyptian. This is something people have to wrap their minds around also. They are North African, but they're also Egyptians. Berbers are North African, but they're also Berbers. You got to try. It's a nuance to this. Okay? DNA analysis proves that Egyptians are not Arabs. You guys never knew what you were talking about because you're anti-science. As the graph below shows, only 17% of Egyptians are Arabs, while 68% of the indigenous population is from North Africa. 4% are from Jewish ancestry, 3% are of East African origin, another 3% from Asia Minor, and 3% from South European. So Egypt is only 17% Arab. Get that through your thick skull. Now, they embrace Islam. It's called the Arab Republic of Egypt because that's just what they embrace. They embrace Islam today. Okay? This is a nice little article also, but I don't want to percentage. I showed you that guy in the video. West Europe. I'm fast forwarding, and it's okay. The population replacement bullshit evidence. It's the Ptolemaic. It's hard for me to pronounce that word sometimes. Ptolemaic Greeks and later the Romans ruled as small elite minorities. As what, Chief? Oh, the Romans and the Greeks invaded and they changed. Oh, shut your mouth. The Romans ruled as a small elite minority, right? Their demographic footprint on the overall gene pool of Egypt was negligible. Damn, you can barely find Roman DNA in ancient in Egyptians. It was negligible. Reggie, we need you to apologize to the community for pushing this replacement theory. The Arab conquest in the 7th century. This was the most significant cultural event, introducing Arabic and Islam. However, this was a case of elite dominance and cultural diffusion, not population replacement. The genetic impact, studies of modern Egyptians show a genetic contribution from the Arabian Peninsula estimated to be around 17%. However, this is an addition to the pre-existing gene pool, not a substitution for it. Foundationally, North African genetic markers remain dominant. Linguistic and genetic continuity. Further evidence against replacement lies in language. Basic common sense signs. The Coptic language is the final development stage for ancient Egyptian, providing a direct, unbroken link back thousands of years. Furthermore, genetic studies of modern Coptic Egyptians who have a lower admixture rate. We almost done, sir. From later periods show a particularly strong ancestral link to pre-Islamic populations, serving as a testament to this continuity. The Coptic people have a strong ancestral link before Islamic population came. Do you hear what I just said? So let's show these people I'm talking about right here. Hold on. These is people inside of the Coptic church. I told folk you won't see no black folk speaking Coptic. These people right here are Coptic Christians in Egypt. You don't see one black folk. It told you they have continuity to the ancient Egyptians prior to the Islamic period. These people are Egyptians. Coptic people are Egyptians. It's no black folk. You can't find no black folk even speaking Coptic, but black folk want to say they were the ancient Egyptians. Well, why none of y'all speak Coptic? Why none of y'all at the Coptic church? Not one. Jabari, why you not at the Coptic church? People, church. These are people of the Coptic church. You can't see? Do you see black folk as Coptics? Ain't no black folk in these photos because black folk ain't Coptic. Black folk don't speak Coptic. Egyptians do and have been for a long time. I mean, Black Egypt is dead. Anybody even claiming they were black should have their head examined if they watch this presentation. Eye hole and stop embarrassing black folk to the pre-Islamic population. Okay. Deeply with their Nubian neighbors. I think this is it. In the same way Saudi Arabia is, nor are they sub-Saharan Africans in the way a Nigerian is. That was cold the way they worded that, huh? Let me read that again. Ancient Egypt DNA proves the modern Egyptians is the direct inheritor of this entire multi-layered history. Leave their darn history alone. They are not Arabs in the same way Saudi Arabian is, nor are they sub-Saharan Africans in the way Nigerian is. They are Egyptians, a people whose roots in the Nile Valley are deeper than almost any other on earth. 40 years of lies that they told. Okay. Let me stop sharing.
You done?
Yep, that was it.
All right, let's go, man. Open up the floodgates.
You remove
What's
this.
going on, my first runner-up?
Wait a minute. I'm trying how to get. Oh, there we go. Now, I ain't gonna be back and forth with a whole bunch of people.
No, you're just gonna go because you mentioned the bomb squad, and so we got one of the brothers up here. That I think y'all two will have a good dialogue. You and this brother here. All right, what's up? What's up, God Energy?
Peace, y'all. Yeah. Everything he said could be debunked from my presentation that I did on Out of Africa Genetic Reality Part 2. Right? And I want to see that.
Say it again.
Did you get to see his presentation?
Yeah, I said he was making a
Part
voice.
two. Part two. Yeah. Yeah. So you would remember that from the article Genetics, Egypt, and History, where they're talking about the haplotypes, not even the haplogroups yet. It mentions haplotype 5. And SOY Kita, she says that it's important to trace the roots of these haplotypes because of the tendency for people to try to make the Egyptians seem Arab. Exactly what you're doing, right? She also goes on to say that it's important to identify these things because when you do that, you separate Egypt from its African biocultural origins, especially during the pre-Islamic era, exactly what you mentioned. So in that paper, Genetics, Egypt, and History, it's almost like they were directly responding to individuals bringing the type of information. So then she said, you cannot separate them bioculturally from Africa. And there's a tendency to try to make these people Arab, right? When you reference the whole genome sequencing of an old kingdom Egyptian, he had 20% North African DNA. I mean, 80% North African DNA and 20% Fertile Crescent DNA. But when you look at the people in the Fertile Crescent, they're talking about those Natufians, right? So when you look at the Natufians, they also had sub-Saharan African affinities. So even the non-African portion that you're trying to say, they have African affinities. So that 20% that mixed into the Egyptians, also a percentage of them had African DNA. When you look at the history of Ethiopia, page 1 and 2 by E.A. Wallace Budge, he talks about the Greeks calling India, Arabia, Egypt, and Ethiopia, Ethiopia. So Egypt was called Ethiopia along with Arabia, along with India, and along with the actual place name Ethiopia. Again, that's E.A. Wallace Budge, The History of Ethiopia, page 1 and 2. So what you fail to realize too is that the Egyptian population was made up of Basal Africans who came from the A haplogroup, the B haplogroup, and as well as the E haplogroup that you mentioned. But that E haplogroup is also African in origin. So when you reference Y chromosome sequence variation and the history of human populations, the genetic study, it talks about haplogroup A, A3B2 being found in a sample set, 32% of ancient Egyptians from this sample set. So this was just a random sample set of Egyptians, and 32% of them carried the basal Aboriginal African clade A3B2, so which relates them to the Dinka Sudanese, which your source said that the Egyptians and the Nubians had a deep-rooted common ancestry. So that shot you in the foot right there, because your own source said these Black Nubians, who you admit were Black, had a deep-rooted ancestry with the ancient Egyptians. Part of that Nilo-Saharan.
Got energy. Do you have a question, fam?
No, I'm coming to debunk what you were saying with
You're not
these
going to
sources.
debunk because you're not showing anything, debunking
I
anything I
ref
said. No.
I reference multiple sources.
To
Can I
debunk.
show?
No, hold on,
Can
hold on,
I
hold on.
show something?
Hold on. To debunk me, you have to play my video and point out that all them scholars in academia got this.
I'm.
Hold on. You have
Mhm.
to play my video and point out where they got it wrong and do that. You can't
Okay,
just
well,
ramble
I'm
all over
responding
stuff.
to you right here, so I'm not gonna go and replay your
I'm
video
not,
and
I'm not,
promote you.
yeah, but I'm not debating you right now. So just chill.
Right. So I'm
You
just
did.
responding.
Hold
I'm
on.
responding to your video.
I got you. You did your presentation. Cool, fam. Appreciate it.
Mhm.
Okay.
No problem. No problem. So those North Africans, you could reference Pleistocene North African genomes, where it talks about how those Ibero-Maurusians of North Africa were more related to the Hadzabe, the South African
Got
hunter-gatherers,
energy.
and the
I
Pygmies.
got energy.
And it says, hold on, I'm gonna land my plane
Hold on.
with this. I'm gonna land my plane with this, Chief X. In that it says, in contrast, present day North Africans have a smaller sub-Saharan component than those Ibero-Maurusians of Tafarote, North Africa. So in Pleistocene DNA linking North African and Middle Eastern populations, it distinctly says that the Ibero-Maurusians of North Africa, who are the ancestors of the Egyptians that you're talking about, they had a larger sub-Saharan African component than the modern day North Africans, pointing out a genetic distinction between these less African modern people and the more African North Africans that the Egyptian was descended from.
That's a lie. You just made that up. That's a lie.
Pleistocene North African genomes. I just referenced
I'm not
the
debating you, bro.
phylogenetic paper.
You said what you had to say. You're done. I'm not debating you. You made
No,
that up.
you're
That's a lie.
done.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I referenced the phylogenetic research.
Bro, God energy. Debate Uric Research Center, not me. Debate all them scholars who
No, your source said there was gradual
God
mixing.
energy. I'm not debating you. What don't you understand?
I know.
You take
So
that
we
up with
can't
Uric.
dialogue?
No,
Can we
we're
at
not.
least dialogue?
I'm not the DNA guy. You can dialogue with Ngozi about DNA. I'm ready.
Ngozi agrees with me on this
No, he
point.
don't agree with
Hold
you.
on, hold on, hold on.
Ngozi,
See, you called out Ankh, you
mhm.
called out Smash Rockwell, you called out Reggie. Now you got somebody here that's accepting the call out, brother.
Yeah, but
And you're running.
we're not. That's what I'm saying. We're not debating now. We can come up with a topic and have a discussion.
Okay.
Yeah,
We can come up with a topic and have a debate.
but hold on, God energy. If you want to debate DNA, I got somebody for you. I'm not the
No,
DNA
I want
guy.
I want to
Oh, okay.
debate Chief
Okay.
X. If
So come up
not,
with a topic.
then I'll chill because I'm
Okay,
not a
fine.
bully.
You have a topic in mind?
Yeah, blackness in
What
North
is that?
Africa. How the North Africans were black Africans. You can bring this presentation and
Oh,
I will refute it.
okay. Hold on. So since they were, can you do me a favor right now? Can you
So I
name?
can talk?
No. You can. I'm just asking you a question. We're gonna be done with it. Can you name this Negroid tribe that's indigenous to North Africa? Name this nation or tribe that's indigenous to North Africa, real quick.
There are multiple ones. The
Name one.
Negroid ones that you're talking about are the
No,
Aterians,
no,
specifically the Aterian, specifically the
no,
Aterians.
no.
And then I can name more.
That's a lie. You made that up, bro. You can't name no tribe or nation that was
I just
Negroid.
said Aterians. I
No,
just said the Aterians.
that's not. No, that's not the answer, bro.
And I could name more, but
Hey,
just in
Sa,
case we debate, I'm saving that. But I could
I'm
name
gonna get.
more.
Hold
All
on.
right, all
God
right. Let me
energy.
get
Hold on, man.
somebody else in.
Yeah.
All right, we got Issa Queen in the building. Do you have any questions for Chief X?
No, I don't. I actually want to say a whole lot about what he said. And I'm just gonna start with this, right? Because God Energy absolutely said a lot that I was gonna say, but I also wanted to say, like, we're not looking into what this North African DNA genome is, right? What does that mean when you say that these people are from North African genome? Well, it means that they come from the green Saharan time period of Africa. So you're still talking about black melanated people that were in Africa that migrated from one place to another. It's literally the green Saharan African who also migrated out of Africa, and some of them stayed in Africa. So I just feel like whenever you kept saying the North African genome, but you're not discussing what that actually is. And when you look into what it actually is, it takes you right back to Africa. It takes you right back to melanated folks. And 80% of these first pre-dynastic pharaohs had this green Saharan DNA. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, out of the 20 to 30% of DNA that you're talking about with the Arabs and, the Mediterranean, how does that now override the 80% that is still rooted in Africa? That would be my question.
See, here's you guys' problem. When you guys say Africa, on your mind, all you can think of is black people, or everybody's melanated. So when you say deeply melanated people, that really doesn't mean much. There's deeply melanated people in basically all races. Okay, North Africa is Africa, but just not black Africa. So when you guys keep saying deeply rooted in Africa, you're just talking about some other type of Africans, but not always black Africans. A Tunisian is not black. A Moroccan is not black. A Algerian is not black. Libyan is not black, but they're Africans. So this is you guys got to wrap your mind around. You know what I mean? You can't have all
No,
of
we
Africa.
get the difference between
Hold on, God
nationality and
energy. Hold
ethnicity.
on, God energy. You got to wrap your minds around that, okay? It's a continent, just like Asia is a continent. You don't hear people in Cambodia trying to still eat Indians' culture just because they're on the same continent. This is just crazy talk we be doing, right?
But that's not what's happening.
Algerians don't have no relations with Congo, but it's still Africa. It's a continent. Black Americans are the only people who think because you're on the same continent, then you're the same people. It's not that way, sister.
That's not what I
Africa's
said. I actually spoke to DNA. So
right.
can you speak to what I said?
I don't remember what you said about DNA, but
Oh, okay. Do you need me to repeat it so you can speak to what I said?
it up, but I'm gonna get ready to get out of here because I'm not about to argue about that.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Because you can actually speak to what I'm saying.
One more time. I'm not debating DNA. Go
Yo,
debate.
they gonna say you running.
You saved it. It was the crescendo of your presentation. Genetics was the crescendo of your presentation, and you saved it for last as if it was the kill shot, and now you don't want to break it down, brother.
I'm not here to debate anybody about DNA. We're not having a debate. I just told you, think of a topic and bring it to sa.neter, and then we can have our discussion.
All right, hold on. Issa, what name is that? Is that a Muslim name? Issa?
Unfortunately, Issa means Jesus. It wasn't that what I picked it though. I promise you.
Right. Now you know I didn't. When you put your number in the back, I lost it. I didn't get it, and I was looking for
another.
Okay, right. And now let me ask you: would you like to do a presentation?
I would. I'm working on it, and as soon as I'm finished with it, I'm gonna hit you up again.
Okay. Now you know how to do PowerPoint.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay. There you go. So yes, we're gonna bring.
I got you.
I appreciate you, Stop.
Yeah. Close out, Chief. Close us out.
So I get to say nothing.
Oh yeah. Apostle. Apostle might want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Apostle.
Can you tell me the reason why?
You got real loud, Apostle. Your mic is real loud.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. It's all right, but just go ahead.
All right. I think I finally learned how to work it. That's all. Can you tell me the reason why it's reported that Napoleon, before leaving Egypt, he turned his guns to the Sphinx and blew the nose off of it? What reason would he have to do that?
Is that a true fact, though? That's what you got to find out.
Based on, from what all I understand in my research,
that's something that's something people have said and repeated in the community, but it's never been proven to be factual. In fact, some people say it's not a fact. Also,
I haven't seen that.
Also, just do this. Why are the Greco-Roman statues' nose broken? Were they trying to hide who they were? Because Greco-Romans statues have just as many broken noses as statues in ancient Egypt, but no one ever brings that point up.
Well, I think that was a great point to bring up because it highlights why I put Hercules in my presentation. And Apostle asked why, and it's to show that they were the same ethnic group of people whom they were trying to hide in history. That's why I showed the 1st century painting of Hercules and Telephus from the Basilica at the Heracleum showing Hercules as a black man. Then I also showed the 525 BCE pottery showing Hercules as a black man. So yes, they were trying to hide those origins. That's why I showed that picture of Hercules in the presentation, Apostle.
Nobody is hiding anything. Anything you want to know is right at your fingertips on the internet. Nobody's hiding nothing. There's no conspiracy.
The noses were knocked off before the internet was around. The noses were knocked off before the internet was around.
Nobody's hiding nothing in their back pocket or in their closet.
But did you hear what he said? Yo, Chief, he's right. The noses and all that was knocked off before any internet or none of all that.
I agree.
Yeah, so I mean, yes, they was trying to hide stuff.
Right. So
who was trying to hide stuff?
God, I did have the floor. So, but I let you go because you got good information. But I would like to get it back before he runs.
Go ahead.
In the 70s, there was a diplomat from Egypt. Everything about him, afro, nose, everything about him was African. He was an Egyptian. But on his passport, they listed him as white. He refused to accept that passport. But because the narrative is Egyptians are white, Arabic, and Arabics are not black, he was not permitted to come to the country.
I'm familiar with it.
Agreed to use that passport.
Yeah, I did a whole presentation on the guy, and the guy's mother is from Sudan.
Is what?
From Sudan.
Yeah, but the point is, I don't know where his mother. When you look,
Apostle, listen to what I'm saying.
You can
Apostle.
obviously tell
Listen to what
that
I'm
he's
saying.
a black man.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying, Apostle. I keep telling you the Cushites were black.
Say what?
I keep telling people the Cushites, the Nubians, are considered black to me. Okay, so I'm telling you, his mama was a Nubian. I got
him white.
Apostle, this is what you should do, bro. Just trust me on this one. You should go to my YouTube channel and click on it and subscribe.
I don't have to do that.
Okay, so you would know about this person if you had done that. Okay, so
I remember.
You don't, because you don't know his mama's Nubian. This is what I'm telling you. You don't know. I'm trying to tell you.
What I want to know is why they called him white.
They didn't.
They did.
No, they didn't.
They called the man. They put on his passport that he was white.
Apostle. Listen to what I'm saying, family. It's irrelevant whatever he was. I'm not even talking about him. The point is, they consider a lot of people who were Muslim or in that area white on consensuses. It's a whole bunch of
I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to debate it. I'm not going to debate it.
Okay, it's a bunch of mixed people in that area.
The last question. Yeah. This guy's black, as you are, so I'm not going to say anything. My last question was, isn't it true that instead of saying Nubia was never conquered, Ethiopia was never conquered? I never heard anybody say it, as you stated in your program, your presentation, that Nubia has been conquered. I've never heard anybody say that Nubia never was conquered. I heard them say Ethiopia was never colonized or conquered. Now, I heard that. Do you got information concerning that?
Okay. Here's the answer.
I can't hear you.
Yes, I do. This is why I'm telling you to go subscribe to my channel. You would know this information if you were subscribed and got my notifications. I've done presentations on it. But if you just bias and only stick to one channel, you don't want to subscribe to nobody's channel, then you'll be lacking on information. I'm telling you, I got all the information you need. The questions, go subscribe, bro. You would know this by now.
You're here now, brother. I can actually get it from you direct. Yeah. I don't have to go and look up your channels.
No, you don't have to.
All of that. And read or listen to every presentation.
I'm just suggesting you subscribe. You don't have to. I was just suggesting it.
So, but while you're here, I just want to take advantage and ask you those questions. Okay. But you're running from it. You're not running on your presentation. And I understand that. You're sensitive. You're a little touched because people disagree with you. And you want to keep that white thing going because the white man do not want to recognize that these pyramid builders or that the pyramids were actually built during the time that Egypt was black.
Okay, fine. DNA disagrees with you. Hey, Sa, thanks, bro.
All right, man. Talk to you later. All right, peace.
All right, Reggie, Sa, I wouldn't go through that no more. Man, they willing to stand behind this presentation. I guess that's why nobody showed up.
Well, you got 500 people here that came up in the chat.
Wow.
Oh, you mean on the panel, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chief got to start answering questions, brother.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah. If he ain't if he can't stand behind this presentation, hell with him. You know, that's what I say. But now I'm hoping you finally understand what my position is on the Bible.
What is your position on the? I already know your position on the Bible.
No, you didn't look at the presentation then.
I looked at some of your show today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because I shared the whole reason. What my problem is.
I don't agree with you though, because it's no half stepping, man. Either you believe in the Bible or you don't.
You say that,
and you don't believe in it.
Right. A person
Once you disagree with the Bible, you don't believe in it. To me, Apostle,
I don't agree with the Bible. That's not what I said. So you didn't listen to my presentation.
No, that's what I said, Apostle. I said that.
Yeah, but I don't disagree.
All right. Hey, family, real quick. They're going to link for the debate coming up right there, February the 28th. Make sure y'all get that. I got the link in the chat. Don't wait till the last minute. All right.
So I want to do both of them.
Huh?
I want to do Nepal.
You want to see that Nepal joint, huh?
Yeah. I'm not really interested in seeing these two guys waste my time.
Oh, okay.
It's pseudo as hell.
Oh, both of them?
Flat earther, they won't budge off of it. No sense saying that the world, I can look at the moon and see that the moon is round. Why in the hell would I think the earth is flat?
Well, that's not what they debating. And then we got Naphtali, y'all. Hold on. We got Naphtali here, and he's going to be going in her in Nepal. Let me ask you, Apostle. Are humans animals, Apostle? Here's the link for that debate right there, y'all. Are humans animals, Apostle?
According to science, they are.
What about according to you?
I'm not an animal.
Okay.
I'm a creative being.
You're what?
I'm a creative being.
A creative being. What that mean?
Meaning that I'm a high level created being.
You are high.
I would not call a gorilla a god, nor would I refer to a gorilla as a god, but I could consider myself a god.
Well, you know, they got their own way of communicating, and
they're still not a god. And they can be trained like a dog can be trained,
and so can humans be trained. Like, for example,
you don't have to train.
For example, you may not consider yourself trained, but those who are smart and understand, you are trained, Apostle.
Yeah,
you are trained in that Bible.
You got to be smart.
And you may not believe that or think like that, but you are, and that's why you can't get out of that.
I don't choose to get out of it
because you believe that, Jesus and the sky is going to crack, and horses and chariots is going to come from the sky. Do you believe that horses and chariots is going to come from the sky, Apostle?
The Bible don't teach that. It says horseless. That means non-horse. No horse.
Oh, well, that's not what Cesariak teaches. He teaches that they're going to come from the sky. The sky going to crack.
Yes. The Bible called the carabs. Yeah. Chariots. The Bible says that the chariots of the Lord are 20,000s, and his angels are thousands upon thousands.
sa.neter, do you believe? Naphtali kills me, man. Naphtali, I'm not bothering you because you always say I'm picking on you. I don't want to do this with you, Naphtali. I'm not doing this with you. You know, I'm rocking with you, Naphtali.
So no, sir.
You believe it's okay for human beings to marry? Of course not. It's not okay for humans to marry their dogs. What are you talking about, Naphtali? What the hell? Naphtali funny as hell. Hell no.
Shalom to you, sis. Shalom to you.
So let me ask you, are humans primates, Apostle? Would you call yourself a primate?
No.
Oh,
I'm a god.
You're a god.
I'm a god. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a God man. Ye are gods, children of the Most High God.
Okay, Naphtali said, all right, then, like I said, humans are not animals. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, Naphtali. That's cool.
I wasn't created to be an animal. Now, there were beasts made. I'm not one of them.
You are a beast, man.
I'm not a beast.
Yeah, we are beasts. We are animals.
The beast of the field was made.
We are animals, brother.
No, you'll never comprehend this. Not as long as you're the way you are. You'll never comprehend. And I'm beyond faith. I'm beyond that.
No, you're not.
I'm beyond that.
You're right in the thick of it, brother.
Yeah.
You are not beyond faith.
Oh,
your whole life is faith based. Everything you do. The water you're drinking is faith based. Everything.
Well, you drink it too. So
yeah, Hey, I want you to know, Dr. Inky, you live. Everybody can hear you, bro.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, the people can hear you, man.
Yo, how you let Chief X get away with that, man?
Hey, I didn't let him get away with it. I mean, what I supposed to do? Keep him here? You don't want to,
Yeah, you supposed to let the young boy get his work in.
Yeah, you supposed to hold him to that, man.
God energy.
That's right.
God energy.
Yeah. You were supposed to stand him up. You didn't do it. You didn't do it.
Nah, God energy was tearing him up, man. God energy was destroying Chief X. He was talking, wait, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, but Inky, you let Unc run you away. Where the hell you at? Unc done put you.
What you mean?
You gone, brother.
I told you to set up the date with Cedric and Unc. I'll debate them both at the same time.
Oh yeah, I did call Sekou, and Sekou said, yeah, he would sit down with you. Let's get it in. So Sekou did say that.
All right, well let's let it happen. Don't try to cover up for what we just all witnessed was the blunder of the century right there. Chief X looked crazy right there trying to run away from that kid. I'm not debating you right now. I'm not talking about the DNA. Wait, no. I'm nobody like that.
What did he call him? Pie holes? Because that's what he was acting like. Did he say pie holes or whole pies?
No, he said pie hole. Pie hole.
Oh no.
That's what he was acting like.
Shout out to Chief X. Shout out to Chief X for being a man of his conviction and standing on, or at least attempting to present whatever he presented. But come on, man. Chief X been around too long to even think that you could get away with something like that on the House of Consciousness. You definitely can't just come up there and present something and then run off, debate somebody else about the subject. Don't debate me about it. Debate somebody else about it. You presented it. How we going to debate somebody else and you the one presenting it?
Right.
That was crazy right there.
Yeah, so what's up with you, man? What you got? You ain't got nothing to talk about tomorrow?
What Cedric? I mean, Cedric, I thought Cedric was setting up a date. I thought, what's up with all these challenges that he's flaking out?
Cedric already did something last week. And then I got Naphtali tomorrow.
Debate.
Yeah,
Cedric said he wanted to debate, and then he'd be running off all the time.
Yeah, I got Queen Naphtali tomorrow.
You don't want no joke, man.
Yeah, I know.
No, she ain't no joke.
Now listen, I want to add something to that question. Is it also okay for people to marry into the monkeys? Because I feel like if we are ancestors and related and all that, we should start to see some action.
If you want to marry a monkey, Inky, go on with it, man. I'll come to your wedding, brother.
That we are gods. Listen, we are gods. That's what I say.
Yeah, but why do you? But listen, why do you stop there? We are gods. You're not the devil. You saying you can't? You're a god. If you accept one, you got to accept the other.
That's not true.
Just say
No,
Be quiet, Apostle.
be quiet.
You can't just say I'm a God, but then throw away the devil. No, the devil is in your butt too. He's in your gene pool.
Whoa.
Pause.
Hold on, brother.
The devil cannot exist in the same. One will overrule the other. They cannot exist homogeneously. No way can faith and doubt live together. Good and evil cannot live together. Christ said you can't have.
Christ never existed. Don't tell me nothing about what Christ said, man. Because you don't got no proof. Hold on, man. You don't got no proof that Christ said a goddamn thing. It's something you're reading. So source that up, Apostle. Source it up that Christ said it. And I don't want to see so-and-so said that Christ said this. So stop with the gay. That's why I said your whole life is based on faith, on belief. Belief and faith is not real, brother. It don't prove nothing because of your faith. That's not proving a damn thing. And anyway, remember what you said. Remember what Yara said. Yara said we don't even know the stories of Christ. Do I need to get that?
That's all.
Do I need to get that?
Yo, nah. Hold on, stop. How you gonna keep trying to make my man? How you see? That's what I'm saying, stop. How you gonna put down on my man?
Because let me tell you how.
Chief X, no. You gonna let Chief X tap dance his ass on up out of there, and then you gonna try to, force Apostle to stand on something. You supposed to force Chief X to stand on that flimsy bullshit. He just came up there with talking about Africa, Egypt was really his right, and he got the DNA evidence to prove it.
Did you hear what? Did you hear? Hold up. Did you hear what your man said yesterday, Apostle? I bet you ain't talk about that yesterday. He said, Yara. He said that Christ never came back to life.
I didn't hear that.
Why you keep trying to trap off? Why you keep trying to trap off the man Apostle with whatever Yara saying? Yara could defend himself.
No, he can't.
Yara could defend himself. Nah, Apostle, listen, don't let Sa get away from this Chief X incident right here. This is a conspiracy theory right here. We need to stay on this right here. Chief X just came up here and said he's debunking.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear nothing about no Christ from Apostle until he debunked this.
Needed to make him a part of this Godhead, right? And so we know that the actual Israelites, the true Israelites, were kicked out of that council. They lost that council meeting, and it went to those who were not Israelites, quote unquote, these church fathers. They began to write in what they thought. So what we're reading is only their commentary.
So what you're reading, Apostle, is only their commentary. He's letting you know that they did this. They did that. Ain't no God. Ankh laughing his ass. You know I got
diabolical. You gotta stop with this Yara tape. The Yara tape is worse than the Epstein file.
Listen,
in the New Testament, if you study Bar Ehrman tells you we don't even know what the actual words of Christ was.
You don't even know, Apostle, what the actual words of Christ was. So why are you talking to me about Christ until you debunk this? When you debunk this and you man enough to be a lion like on your chest, then I would listen to you.
Yeah.
We only know that Paul's 7 letters out of all of the books, as you said, Paul mostly compiled the New Testament. Only 7 letters that the authors actually, that the consensus of scholars say he actually wrote. Only 7 letters. So they had to create something that had nothing to do with the original prophecies that we find in Malachi concerning this forerunner. So if you take something that was created, which is only based on the commentary of the church fathers.
Damn.
As a matter of fact, the Jesus that we know is only given to us through Saint Ignatius.
You hear that, Apostle? The Jesus that you know is only given to you, Apostle, by sainted nations. Now, go ahead.
Okay.
And a lot of you are reading about Ignatius Jesus that he created.
See, you think you're reading about Jesus, but you're reading about something that somebody created. The Father.
We don't have any original writings that Jesus spoke. They don't have any of these sources.
You don't have no original writings, Apostle, that Jesus spoke. So mix. I'm not banging on you, Apostle. I'm not banging on you at all. I'm just showing you this. That's all. You my brother. I told you I ain't gonna do that no more.
This is a cover-up, sir. This is a cover-up. And nobody is going along with this shit here. We've seen Chief X came up there and said the craziest thing that we ever heard in the last 26 years. That is the craziest thing we ever heard on the internet. And you let Chief X get away with it. And now you're trying to use the Yara file to attack my man Apostle.
You were sitting there enjoying that. You didn't hold Yara to that. You talked to Yara about that. How can
because you're supposed to do it, not me.
No, I ain't supposed to do that.
You're an Israelite, and he's an Israelite brother. And so if he's saying something wrong against the Torah or the Bible, you're supposed to correct it. But I notice you never correct none of these brothers. You want to correct me, though.
I correct you.
Wait a minute, Sal. Wait a minute. Hold on. Based on that same logic, you were supposed to correct Chief X and not let him get away with what we just watched.
You let him walk away.
No, I'm just the host, brother. I'm not.
No. Now you just the host all of a sudden. You wasn't the host when you was recording that clip of Yara right there. You was the indicter right there. So you were supposed to put Chief X on the line and at least at the bare minimum, let that young boy light him on fire and send him back to wherever he went and got that research and tell him, bring all of them people that he's talking about and don't debate me, debate this scholar. Bring them niggas with you next time then before you start talking that crazy shit on the internet.
Inky, you trolling right now, brother.
He was scared of God energy.
I'm keeping it real. If he's taking like that, he got to be ready to stand there and defend it. Now, the same way you got that recording of Yara saying Apostle should have handled it, you were supposed to step up there right here and handle Chief X.
Yeah, I'm gonna have more recordings of Yara tomorrow. He came up here yesterday and did a show, and he made a big boo-boo, boy. He made a big boo-boo.
Oh, my God.
He did a presentation yesterday, and, man, watch this joint tomorrow, man.
Take it.
Hey, brother. Come on, man.
Yara alone, man. Why you doing that, man?
Exactly. Come on, Pop. You see what I'm saying? This is a conspiracy right here.
Why you doing that, man?
No, Yara got tough skin, man.
Yeah, okay.
What are you talking about? He's an Aries.
Got tough skin. Why
He's
are you
Aries.
trying to get off of the track of the subject, Pop? The
Yara,
subject is Chief X.
Yara is an Aries, man. He got tough skin.
Yeah, man. See, there you go again. Like, because of when you were born.
Indian chief mixed with Malcolm X. So, you know, he's an Indian chief mixed with Malcolm X. We got to assume he got tough skin, too. And we're not letting you get away with this side. You were supposed to hold Chief X accountable.
No, I'm not, because I'm the host. I'm not battling Chief X. I let other people do it. And when the brother want to go, he got to go.
No, sir. But you're supposed to say, as the host, as the referee, you're supposed to say, listen now, Chief X, if this young boy hits you with a clothesline and then you sneak up under the bottom rope and try to run to the back, you know that's a loss right there. You know? You're getting whooped now. We're gonna give you the 20 count out. You know, if you don't make it back in the ring by the count of 20, you out now. You supposed to let him know.
Chief ain't want none of that young smoke, boy. None of that.
At all. Don't. We could think of another subject. That young boy was like, hold on, we got the subject right here. This is the subject right here. Right now. No, we're going to talk about it. We're going to find something that we can discuss. He said, no, we don't want to discuss. We want to debate. I ain't never seen nobody run like that before.
Again, where is Carthage?
Clearly, P-X believes that Carthage is something written inside of a Wikipedia thing.
I'm saying, isn't Carthage the Mediterranean? Isn't it on the Mediterranean? Right next to Libya, right?
Yes.
In Chad, right? Hannibal, was he not a black man?
Yes, he was.
Mediterranean.
Yes, but Chief X said he was a white man.
Listen,
nowhere in the hell.
Literally is another description. Sudan means black. The word Sudan, it literally means black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. You wasn't supposed to let him get away with none of that side. That was all.
I mean,
crazy.
Is Hannibal white also?
And that was the
talking points about Cleopatra. I accept Cleopatra was white, born from the Greeks. I can accept that. That dynasty, she was mixed. I can accept that. No problem. But I know 1 through 12 was African.
Well, see, here's the problem. The problem is that we like to have a conversation like this, and we never make the distinction between Egypt and Kemet. Egypt is a Greek place.
Right.
It's not Greek.
Right.
It's before then. So, yeah, a little bit of wiggle room with semantics where you can play around, but when you start saying that you debunking Diop or Joke, and you going that crazy, like somebody's supposed to put the
Inky, let me ask you. Napah versus Naphtali.
Well, Napah is a technician. So, I can't ever go against Napah, but I like what Naphtali is saying.
Okay. Ankh versus Sanchez.
Now, what is that? Come on, now.
I can't get it.
Apostle already told you, man. That's pure foolishness. Come on, now.
So you ain't going with Ankh? You going with Sanchez?
I'm going to have to roll with Ankh. I was just about to say, I'm going to have to roll with Ankh.
Oh, okay.
Sanchez is a flat earther. Do you hear the stuff he's talking about?
But he ain't debating that, though.
But not just flat earth. There's other crazy shit that he be talking about.
Listen, Sanchez is a rage-baiting YouTuber. Sanchez will say whatever is the opposite of what everybody else does, so he can get traction on it and get clicks.
Right.
He doesn't have any belief. He flip-flops all the way around, and he doesn't stick to anything.
And he has a hell of a large following.
Yeah. And because he doesn't stand on anything. See, if you keep flip-flopping around, agreeing with everybody, you'll get a large group that way. But if you dig your feet in the sand and say, listen, this is what I believe, everybody who don't believe, you on the other side, and you hold your ground, it's going to be a little bit different the way you
Dr. Reggie, I see you in the chat. I spoke to Chief X. He said that he did not say that. He said he was giving you mad props about your family. He didn't say that about your family. That's what he told me on the live.
Yeah, Reggie don't.
He told me that today. When I questioned him and I asked him why he be doing stuff like that. He said he didn't do that. He said you lied on him. He said he gave your ex-wife mad props for running for mayor and stuff like that, Reggie. He said he did not bang on your ex-wife.
Me.
So Apostle, man, I don't even know how to question you anymore because you're gonna look at it as banging and stuff. So
no, man. You can question me, man. You know what I'm talking about. You can question me. Don't be calling me no damn liar.
Okay.
Let
me tell you, what I did do, Apostle, was I changed the song. I took your name out the song.
Well, I appreciate that.
I remixed it, and it's longer now, but I just had to do a remix because I want to play it while people are coming in. So I extended it and I made it long. And
telling me I'm just running after the money and that's bullshit. You don't.
Hold up. What'd you say, Inky?
I said, pause, man. You wild tonight, bro. You said the devil was in my butt. You talk about you extended it and made it longer.
No, I said, brother, you cannot claim God without claiming the devil. You can't have one without the other. And let me prove to you, it's in every religion. You got Allah and you got Shaitan. Huh? You got Jesus and you got the devil. You got God and you got the devil. You can't have one without the other.
Hold on. But which religion says they both in the same body? Which religion say that? Or did you make that up?
No, I didn't make that up. That's real. That's nature.
Okay, but what religion, just like you just quoted the religion as proof that the devil exists, and so I'm asking you, which one of those religions that you just named says that the devil and God occupy the same body?
I didn't get it from a religion. I got it from common sense. Because inside of you,
so you made that up, like I said.
No, I didn't make it up. Inky, you have a higher self and a lower self, brother. That's in every human being.
That's not. You got a spirit man and a flesh man, but the spirit man ought to control the flesh man. The man that's flesh, it ought to control it. But if you yield your flesh.
All right, hey, yo, Inky, I'll talk to you later, man. Peace, brother. Because you're trolling. And your apostle.
Yeah.
Here's your I think I took it out of this song. Let's see. Oh, I like the way it started off. I didn't even hear it yet. If you look at the Chief X video, you'll see me bopping my head because I was trying to do it, you know? And here we go right here. I'm hearing it for the first time. I just know it's longer. Pause. I said I wanted a female.
This is for my sisters trapped in religion. Wake up and free the babies. sa.neter speak the truth, he's on a mission. Yeah. The house of consciousness, the final call. Will you Bible thumpers wake up or just fall? In the house of consciousness, the final call. Stop believing in fairy tales, especially I use the Bible like a lantern in the night, trying to wake up my sisters to the light. The house is closing in and it's a total mess. You would know my wisdom, the ultimate test. Step inside the HOKs, the toughest terrain, where the truth hits hard and the cuts bring pain. I try to wake you with the word in my hand, to get you to the truth, to help you understand. I give you the scriptures, chapters and verses.
Instead of apostle, I deleted apostle and I just put Hebrew there. I just wanted to get your name out of it. I put Hebrew instead of apostle. Okay?
I gave you the keys to break the curse. I gave you Torah to unlock the keys. Break the mental chains and be the house of conscience. Final call. Ooh, your Bible thumpers wake up or just fall.
All right, here go the part right here. I hope this is the one that I took your name out. Here it come. Let's see.
They call you Hebrew, like you a puppet of God, telling lies and fooling people can't be that hard. Preaching from the tube, looking for a handout. I'm standing on family, trying to bring the truth out. Welcome to the HOK, where the truth resides. Hiding in the pews where the dice came. We speak against the Bible just to wait the inner side. Come inside the HOK doors, we bring bring the light. The house of consciousness. Whoa, you have a thumpers, wake up, or just fall. Stop believing it's fairy tale, especially. Don't stop, wake the sisters up. Don't stop, wake the sister up. Don't stop, wake the sisters up. Don't stop, wake the sister up. Don't stop, yeah. Don't stop, don't stop. Sa.neter, just stop. Sa.neter,
Here to add on right here. The longer version.
Sa.neter, don't stop.
But the original one is still the best, though, Apostle. I catch your name in this one, Apostle. I'm sorry. I can't take your name out the original one. Man, I'm gonna get rid of this. Don't worry about it. I'll get rid of it.
That is for my sisters trapped in religion. Wake up and free the babies. Sa.neter, speak the truth, he's on a mission. The house of consciousness, the final call. Will you Bible thumpers wake up, all just fall? The house of consciousness, the final call. Stop believing in fairy tales, especially Paul. I use the Bible like a lantern in the night, trying to wake up my sister. True light, the house is closing in, it's a total mess. You ignore my wisdom, the ultimate test. Step inside the HOK, it's the toughest terrain, where the truth hits hard, the cuts bring pain. I try to wake you with the word in my hand, to get you to the truth, to help you understand.
You know what? I like that. At the end, need somebody to put a rap lyric. I'm going for that. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. That's next. You right. I like that. I like that.
And I gave you the scriptures, chapters and verse. I gave you the keys to break the curse. I gave you Torah to unlock with keys. Break the mental chains and be free. The final call. Yeah, will your Bible thumpers wake up, all just fall? The house of consciousness, the final call. Stop believing in fairy tales, especially Paul. They call you apostle like you a prophet of God, telling lies and fooling people can't be that hard. You're preaching from YouTube, looking for a handout. I'm standing on family, trying to bring the truth out. Welcome to the HOK, where the truth resides. No more hiding in the pews where the dies. We speak against the Bible just to wake the inner sight. Come inside the HOK doors, we bring the light. The house of consciousness, the final call. Will your Bible thumpers wake up?
All right, Apostle. I know you don't like that one, man.
Listen, my cousin is Maya Milan. You know who that is?
No.
She won the next best thing with Damien.
Damien who? Who's Damien?
Damien
Lillard?
Up in New York. You know Damon and Jay-Z?
Dame Dash?
Huh? Cash.
Dame Dash?
Dame Dash. My cousin won the next best thing.
What about it?
She's recording music. She's in Atlanta. She's touring with Keith Sweat and another guy right now. When she stops touring, I told her I want to interview her. Let the people hear from her, how she got her start, and then maybe they can call and ask questions about maybe how they can get into the music business.
Yeah, that's cool. That sounds good.
That sounds good?
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Nepal, you funny. What's up, Nepal? My baby girl in the building. All right, so we got Naphtali tomorrow, y'all. Everybody tune in. I think this is going to be a great debate between Nepal and Naphtali. A lot of people may think, oh man, these two sisters going to catfight. Nope. I think they're going to bring knowing Naphtali, she's going to bring scholarship. And knowing Nepal, she's going to bring scholarship. This might be better than the brothers. They don't show the brothers how to get it in and how to debate.
Thing is, it's coming afterwards.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yep.
But I'm looking forward to it.
All right, hey Pastor, let me go out of here with your record. Every time I play this, you start dancing, man.
I like that, man.
Yeah, let me play your joint, and here we go. There you go, Pastor. Get it in.
Yeah. Temperatures going up, the heat is rising, scholars showing up, audience vibing. We on a mission, competition is the only desire. Whose information will be facing the immersive fire? So it's up, stand up, can walk through hell. So tough, too tough for the weak, soft shell. Set the fire, fan the flames, smoke is rising in blooms. While we inexperienced, the data starts to choke on the fumes. Bring your sign.
Now, hold up, Apostle. You're supposed to bring your harmonica out on this, bro. You got to bring your harmonica out on this.
Yeah. Temperatures going up, the heat is rising, scholars showing up, audience vibing. We on a mission, competition is the only desire. Whose information will be facing the immersive fire? So it's up, stand up, can walk through hell. So tough, too tough for the weak, soft shell.
Hold up, Nepal killed this though. I ain't gonna front. Nepal killed this. I even had to make a remix off it up myself, and she killed this right here.
And this is great, man. I love it. I love it.
I think mine was better, but everybody voted for hers. There go mine's right here. I think this one is mine.
Both of them good, man. Both of them.
Mine rap there.
Who wants to smoke? Who wants to smoke? You. Temperatures going up, the heat is rising, scholars are showing up, audience vibing. We on a mission, competition is the only desire. Whose information will be facing the immersive fire? So it's up, stand up, can you walk through hell? So tough, too tough for the weak, soft shell. Set the fire, fan the flame, smoke is rising in blooms. While the inexperienced debater starts to choke on the fumes. Bring your science, bring your wisdom, even bring us your religion if you cannot.
No, I think mine's is better. Let's go with mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Who wants to smoke? Who wants to smoke? Who wants to smoke? Who wants to smoke? Temperatures going up, the heat is rising. Scholars are showing up, audience vibing. We on a mission, competition is the only desire. Whose information will be facing the immersive fire. So what's up, stand up, can you walk through hell? So tough, too tough for the weak, soft shell. Set the fire, fan the flame, smoke is rising in plumes. While the inexperienced debater starts to choke on the fumes. Bring your science, bring your wisdom, even bring us your religion. If you cannot stand the heat, then please don't come in the Paul's kitchen. This is session, learn a lesson, fight and overcome your fear. Who will be the best debates by the time all the smoke clears? Who wants to smoke? Who wants to smoke? Who wants to smoke? Who wants to smoke? Smoke session, smoke session, smoke session, smoke session, smoke session, smoke session. Smoke session. Smoke session.
Hey, yo, if I put on an event, I'm talking about a powerful debate, not no weak debate. Would you come, Apostle? I'm only gonna do it if Apostle getting on that plane and he coming. I gotta bring out the event. I gotta bring out the event.
It has to be. You know how far that is, man?
Where you at?
In Tennessee. It took me 12 hours to drive to DC. You talking about?
Yeah, you driving. That's why.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, me and my wife could fly, but then I got to put the animals up, board them. That's going to be.
Now, what you mean put them up? Who going to take care of them?
I have to take them and drop them at the border.
Oh, damn, that's too much for you.
Yeah, that you know, 2 dogs and a cat, that runs about.
Yeah, I definitely want to do something this summer. I got to put on the event.
Yeah,
I got to put on the event, man. Huh?
I'd love to do that, man.
Yeah, I got to throw a live event, man, and powerful. Something real powerful, brother.
Love that, man.
You'll be able to see it on the live stream.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate y'all. Peace and black power. I'm out of here. Peace, Apostle.